y'all, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button while y'all here, while I'm reminding y'all in the beginning of the video. Hit that subscribe button, also hit that like, also comment, and share the video if you can. Also hit that bell so whenever I do upload a video, if you guys are that interested, whenever I do upload another video, you guys would be notified. But yeah, anyways, oh, and also go shop my boutique, whatglittersboutique.com. Thanks. I have all of those links down below. Follow me on social media and all of that good stuff. But yeah, as you guys can see, the story time for today is I dated a crackhead. Yeah, so I dated a crackhead. This happened back when I moved back to Tampa to help take care of my mom. I moved back to Tampa with my mom, and I eventually got a job at a strip joint. It's a hole in the wall, but y'all, that was like my #1 favorite job. Loved that job. I got in a lot of shit, a lot of fights in that job, but bruh, that was like one of the best jobs ever. Okay, best job ever. But anyway, yeah, so me and the guy started dating. Well, I wouldn't even say dating. We were just messing around, though, for real. I wouldn't even say dating. I mean, we went out to eat here or there, but it wasn't nothing too serious or whatever. I think he wanted it to be, but, you know, I was just getting out of a serious relationship, 8-9 year relationship, so I really wasn't trying to jump right into one at the time. But anywho, so yeah, I had just got hired at the strip joint, and he was working there also, but he was working there doing like little odds and ends for the owner. He was doing, I ain't gonna say not little odds and ends, because the shit that he was doing was major. He was like extending the bathroom, like he's a builder, like he builds things. So like he was just like doing like little renovations on the place, because it is a little juke joint, little box, little, it's very small, hole in the wall. So yeah, so anywho, so one day I'm at work, you know, and I saw him like walking through or whatever, and the first thing I thought when I saw him was like, damn, he looked like this guy that I used to mess with back here, and he was a biker. So okay, yeah, boom, I'm gonna name him, I'm gonna just name my friend here in Atlanta Biker, and I'm gonna name my homeboy at the job Mike. We're gonna do Mike. So yeah, so I'm looking at Mike, you know, walk backwards and forwards, and he was like fixing shit. So I'm like, damn, he looked like Biker. Like, okay, you know, I'm you know, at that point I'm interested, because let me tell y'all something. My biker friend, y'all, that was a story. That's a story time too. Some of the best sex I ever had. Anyways, but yeah, so that he kind of put me in the mind of him, which instantly made me attracted. So they didn't really look alike in the face, but he put me in the mind of him like body wise. The both of them had a bald head. So yeah, things like that. But they didn't look alike at all by far. But yeah, so you know, we you know, spoke a few times. From speaking, it was like you know what I'm saying, flirting here or there. From flirting, you know what I'm saying, we made it do what it do. So one night, you know, we took it there or whatever. And after we took it there, it was just, you know what I'm saying, all she wrote. For a while, we tried to keep it quiet, but shit, after a while, people saw us getting in the same Ubers and the same lifts, so they like, you know what I'm saying, they putting two and two together. But it was what it was. Shit, both of us grown. It is what it is. He was single, hell, I was single. It was what it was. So I really just kind of didn't want, you know, the shit to get out, because first I didn't want my boss to know. Then I just didn't want, you know, working in a club, to be messing with somebody at work, period, is messy. Like, it could definitely get messy. So I really didn't want it to get out. I mean, thank God it didn't get too messy. I mean, at times, you know what I'm saying, I had people or girls doing this or that. I guess because they thought I cared about him enough to get upset, but yeah, no, I didn't. That was my dog, and that was it. It wasn't nothing, you know, it wasn't nothing like that. But anywho, yeah, so time goes on. Me and him, you know, we doing what we do, and he does it. He's very, he was nice. He wasn't as good as my biker friend, but he was, you know, I give A for effort. I give props where props is due. And yeah, he did his thing. So anyways, yeah, so time going on, you know what I'm saying, we doing what we do. Eventually word gets out, and my boss, he finds out that we are supposedly messing around. So he calls me to his office or whatever, and he's like, Lee, what are you doing? And I'm like, nothing, I just got in. Like, I ain't doing nothing yet. I'm finna get ready to, you know, do what I need to do to open up for work. He was like, nah, that ain't what I'm talking about. He like, no, what you doing outside of work? Like, what you doing? So I'm like, nothing. And he was like, well, I should say, who you doing outside of work? So I'm like, what did you talk about? Like, what you done heard? So he was like, man, I heard, but I just really hope it ain't true. Like, what? Like, really? You? And like, really? Like, you and him? Like, you, what did you? But I just told y'all what I saw in him. Not only did I see my biker friend in him, but I was also getting out of a 8-9 year relationship. I'm trying to get over that person, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to move on so I could put him in the past. So yeah, so that was kind of what that was, and how he caught me and how I slipped up and all of that kind of stuff. So it happens to the best of us. It is what it is. So, okay, boom. He was like, man, you don't need to, hell no, nah, man. Like, I can't even believe you even, like, but if you is, you need to stop, because, man, that man be on that baby powder. Like, nah, hell nah. That ain't you, that ain't nothing you mess with right there. Like, so I'm like, what? Really? Because he had not shown me any signs of him doing baby powder. He didn't show me any signs of it. So, you know, not that I didn't trust my boss, but at the same time, you know, I'm the person that if you come back and tell me something about somebody that either I'm fucking with, or that I'm you know, just became friends with, I'm not necessarily gonna take your word. Like, I'm gonna keep an eye out, but I'm not gonna take your word per se and start fucking with them, because I need to see stuff for myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to feel people out for themselves, because if I listen to what other people said about, like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. So, you know, I continue to you know, fuck with him or whatever. Everything was going good. Everything was going smooth. But it seemed like soon as boss man told me that, shit started happening. So, him and boss man ended up kind of bumping heads because Mike would come to me and be like, give him give him a drink or give him a bill, you know, and he would say boss man was okay with it when, and I would believe him because he's working for boss man. So he, you know, that's how he would make it seem like, you know what I'm saying? These are, you know what I'm saying? I work here. So I work for him. He don't, you know what I'm saying? That's my homeboy. Da, 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 da. Like, that's how he would put it. And I've done that. He's done that in front of boss man before, and boss man never said anything. So therefore I thought it was okay. So I guess it began to become too much for boss man. He was doing too much drinking, or whatever. And so boss man eventually came to me and was like, hell no, I don't know. When he come and tell him, I said no. Like, hell no, I done told him no. So, that put me in a rock and a hard place because I'm messing with this man. And I'm like, but I did my job. I told him what the hell I had to tell him because I needed my job. So it was just like, nah, he told me, bruh, I can't even. So, okay, that was what it was. He kind of got mad, kind of got an attitude or whatever. I don't know if the attitude was with me or him. Really didn't care. It was what it was. So, okay, like I said, when boss man started telling me, when boss man told me that he was on baby powder, like I said, shit started happening. And one day, you know, me and him spent the night together or whatever, and I was counting my tips. I was counting my money that I had made that previous night. And I want to say it was, I forgot how much it was. It probably was like maybe $3 or $4.50, something like somewhere up in there or whatever. But let's just say it was $3.50, $4.50, and I counted it, and I want to say I put it up in my purse. So the next morning, I don't know what made me recount my money, but I did. I recounted the money, and it was like $20 short. So I'm like, okay, hold up. Nah, bitch, I know I ain't tripping. Bitch, I done look everywhere. I'm looking everywhere. Like, I done looked in my purse. Like, I don't look everywhere. Because one thing about me, before I accuse anybody of anything, especially stealing from me, I'm going to do my research. Like, I'm going to look to make sure that, like, and I'm going to sit and think, like, damn, like, what did I do? I'm going to retract my steps. I'm going to do all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, it wasn't shit to retract, bitch. Because, bitch, I ain't been nowhere since I counted my shit the first time. So when it wasn't in my purse or nowhere around the bed or up under the sheets, or, like, bitch, that bitch just ain't get legs and walk up out that motherfucker. So, bitch, I ain't got it. So, bitch, you got to have it. So, okay, boom. So, I'm like, Mike, I'm missing $20. Like, you know anything about that? Or whatever. And he was like, nah. Like, what you mean you missing? Like, it ain't in your purse. It ain't da-da-da-da. So, for real, he slick helping me look for it. So, you know, I'm like, hell nah, bitch, I'm getting madder and madder. Like, bitch, I'm like, bitch, I'm sorry, I just got a text. I'm like, bitch, you got my money. Like, first of all, if you needed the $20, all you had to do was motherfucking ask. Cause bitch, you don't have to motherfucking steal a fuck thing. Like, for real? Like, why? It's $20. So when I accused him, you know what I'm saying? When I finally did say what I, you know what I'm saying, had been wanting to say since I knew it was missing, he like went ballistic. Like, Like, you right, $20. Why the fuck? Like, he went to acting like, bitch, he went like, bitch, like, $20, you right. Why the fuck would I steal? Like, why the fuck would I steal $20 from you? Why the fuck would I? All I had to do was motherfucking out to my screaming at the top of his lungs, bitch, whining, bitch, damn near tears to his eyes, bitch, like, rah. Me and him going backwards and forth. Bitch, cause you will, bitch. The bitch ain't get feet and motherfucking walk up out this bitch. Bitch, you had the whatever. So, bitch, while he doing all of this, mind you, nose running, bitch, eyes glassy, bitch, all the above. So, bitch, you know, I'm just like, you know what, that's real. Because at this time, it was morning time. It was time for us to check out and leave. So, I'm like, that's real. So, when that shit happened, I kind of fell back, but I didn't fall back. Because like, before we left, he kind of like, baby, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm sorry. Like, he wasn't apologizing for stealing, but he was just apologizing for going ballistic. Like, he was apologizing for, like, you know what I'm saying, going in. So, I was like, you straight. That's, you straight, or whatever. So, bitch, we went on about our way. Okay. And, you know, so I done told my boss what happened. He said, man, see, you gonna motherfucking listen to me. He's like, you gonna listen to me. And he was like, I told you, man. I told you that, man, on that baby powder. I'm telling you. So he's like, I know him. Me and him, I know him I know him. So I'm telling you, he's been on it for a long, like, I know him. I know that's what he does. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I'm still kind of fucking with him. You know what I'm saying? Not really on an all the time level, but we still kind of, you know what I'm saying? We still, you know what I'm saying, fucking with each other. So gosh. So okay, boom. Eventually, in living there, I ended up, instead of it getting better when I was there, it kind of somewhat got worse and worse. It seemed like by the month, because it was just so much stuff happening. My daughters was getting into it with my mom. I got into it with my dad. Like, it was just chaotic. So I just felt like I was doing better in Atlanta. So I just upped and was like, you know what? Fuck this shit, bitch. I'm out. I can't. Even though I loved my job, it took everything in me to leave my job. I loved that job. I got hired at that job. I got fired from that job for fighting and got rehired at that job. I loved that job. I fought for my job. Okay. Because first of all, bitch, when I fought and got fired, bitch, I shouldn't even got fired, because bitch, I didn't even start the fight. That's number one, but that's another story time that is to come. Anywho, so when I ended up, you know, telling him that I'm finna move back, he, like, I don't know what it is about a Capricorn. A Capricorn is a whiner, and I'm gonna say a Capricorn man. I don't know about a Capricorn woman, but the men, and especially the men that I have come across that are Capricorns, they whine so freaking much. Like, bruh, he whining like, babe, please don't go. Like, man, why is you leaving? Because me and him had a last breakfast or whatever, and he was just begging the whole breakfast, please don't go, please don't go, please don't go, please don't go. And I'm like, Mike, really? Like, please stop asking me that. Shit was getting aggravating. Like, I'm literally, and I do mean literally, in a fucking, we're at breakfast, bitch. I drove up here in a fucking U-Haul, bitch, finna ship me and my kids shit back. Like, bitch, I'm out. Like, the fuck. So okay, boom, came back to Atlanta. And then my brother ends a few years later, my brother ends up calling me, and he was like, no. First, he found out that he asked. He was like, "Yeah, you used to fuck with Mike or whatever." And I was like, "Yeah, I did." And he was like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah, I did." And he was like, "Oh, okay then, that's real." He was like, "I saw him or whatever." He asked me how you was doing or whatever, and I asked him how you know what I'm saying, and he told me da da da. So a time after that, he calls and was like, "You ain't gonna believe who I just saw." He was like, "Man, I'm about to buy some food stamps from one of my homegirls. She sent her dude up here to give me the card. Guess what dude is?" I was like, "Who?" He said, "Mike Lee. That nigga look so bad, man. And I ain't buy the food stamps with money." He was like, "I bought the food stamps with something else." I said something else like, what? He was like, "Man, you know what something else is?" I was like, "Bruh, so what you saying?" He was like, "Man." I was like, "What, baby powder?" He was like, Nah, it wasn't no motherfucking baby powder. It was harder than baby powder." So I'm like, "Bruh, you is like," he said, "Man, that man looks so bad, bruh." He said once upon a time he done went to serve at the house, and the house looked, oh my God. He said the house was definitely yeah, one of those houses. If you know, you know. But he was like, "Bro, that man looks so bad, bro. I can't even believe it." That's what I was like. Oh my God! Like when he told me that, I was like, I was actively messing with this man. Like active, we was active, like active, like bruh, like we went out on dates, like we mainly just went to eat breakfast and lunch and dinners or whatever, but he never, other than stealing my money, gave me any signs that he was a crackhead. So I was just like, I mean, that's the end of my story. But after that, like, I never heard from him. Well, I ain't gonna say I never heard from him again, because he was trying to keep in touch with me a little bit. And then I want to say here in the recent years, maybe the last 2 or 3 years, he messaged me and told me that he had moved here. That he moved here, and baby, the area that he say he moved in is the area of crackheads and prostitutes. That's the area that he say he moved in. So I know, and since then I have not heard from him. As crazy as that man was about me, you would have thought that he would have been trying, because when I first moved, he was definitely trying to get here. He was trying to get here. Like, "Can he come see me? Can he come see me?" Da 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 da. And I kept telling him, no, because I know how he is. And that was during he was asking to come see me after my brother had already put me on to his lifestyle. So I was just like, no. But yeah, I was actively dating a crackhead. I never would have thought. I didn't see any signs at all. So yeah, you never know who you're dating. And you definitely have to keep your eyes open for red flags and act on those red flags, because you know, us as women, we do not, let me tell you something, when a red flag hit us, we don't care. That thing big, we gonna dodge. We'll dip and dodge a red flag in a minute, honey. And I know I am definitely in that top 5 that'll dip and dodge a red flag. Not now, I won't, but back then, honey. But yeah, y'all, that is the end of my story. Don't judge me because I did not know. Had I known, he definitely wouldn't have got any of these goodies, cookies, any of that. But he did, unfortunately. It was great too. I ain't even gonna hold him. I ain't gonna hold y'all. It was very enjoyable. And yeah. Yeah. But okay, until my next story time, y'all, I will see y'all then. Good night, glitter babes.